Guys, we're taking crack slaw to a different level, calling the Reuben crack slaw or Reuben bowl, whatever you want to say. Some people don't like the crack say, but St. Patty's Day is coming. I mean, it's gonna be close. Man, it's cold out here. It's supposed to be snowing today at some point. But hey, I gotta get out here. There's nobody with me. End of a new era. Jacob's gone. Yeah, there it is. Here's the proof, okay? It's just me and Maggie dogs over there. So without further ado, we're going to get some things started. Oh man, I've got a bunch of groceries right here. Might I add, this is gonna be some good groceries. Got a few things to make. Gotta make the sauce. I love that Russian sauce of a Reuben. So good. Mainly probably because it's got mayonnaise in it, you know. I like some mayonnaise. I'm gonna do a double today, like a double batch. So if you want to make a single, go right ahead. First things first is make it easy on yourself, y'all. If you want to cut it, go right ahead. But I'm using a tricolor coleslaw and I'm using an angel hair. I just didn't want a lot of the color in there, so it is what it is. Going to do that. I would go ahead and start that, but I don't feel like moving my cameras around because Jacob's not here. Joker's probably in bed still. Jack leg, leave me. But whatever. Do a little bit of prep first. I'm going to get some green onions prepped, and I'm going to use the whites of the green onions in the slaw. Whew, dang boy, my hands ain't wanting to work right. It's cold, y'all. It's cold. Love, love, love some green onions. All right, we're gonna leave these greens for another time. To our bowl, got a nice little clear bowl right here. We put a good little amount of mayonnaise because we like plenty of it. A little ketchup, paprika, a little paprika. Chopped onion, I got some, I like chopped onion in mine. You can grate it also. I might do that actually, I might grate it. I like the flavor that grating onion does. A lot of the juice gets into it. I might just do that because I got to grate some cheese while I'm at it. All right, tell you what, I got some Swiss cheese right here. I might go ahead and just grate that first before, I guess it don't really matter. It don't matter, does it? It don't matter. I'm gonna take my little handy dandy grater and grate a little bit of this. This also makes sure that there's really there's not big hunks of onion in there, whereas that way you ain't got to worry about dicing it too much. There we go. It's actually probably a little too much. So we're gonna put it right there, okay? All right, we got some sweet relish. Sweet relish. I love sweet relish. Get a little hunky sweet relish. All right. Mixy. I'll add a little heifer dust to mine. If you don't know what heifer dust is, that's my own seasoning. It's available in the shop, the product shop here on YouTube. Go straight to my site. Thin it out with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. If you want to do some little lemon juice, do good too. But hey, apple cider vinegar works too. Of course, like with everything, like sauce-wise, the longer you let it set, the better off it is. But that's really good. I like that onion. Got some of that juice, onion juice. It's gonna go so good. I like to do things a little different. I like provolone also, and I kind of got that from my wife. She, tell you what, right there, I'm just gonna put that in our mixture. It'll be good. She'll do provolone a lot of times on hers as well. I like the nuttiness of a Swiss cheese, but I also like provolone, a nice little creamy. So I got some provolone. Couldn't find any provolone in a block like this. While you're doing this, you want to go ahead and get your griddle onto it's like a low temperature. All right, We got a block of Swiss cheese right there. I think that's all the prep work we got, y'all. Let's say we head over to the griddle. Let's go. One thing I forgot to do. Corned beef. I got, I think, 1.5 pounds here. So I'm only going to use probably about 1 pound. For some reason, I guess with the snow, everybody's buying a lot of like meats and stuff like that. They had pastrami. I was going to use the canned corned beef too, which, you know, growing up, we used canned corned beef a lot. But I saw this pastrami, which is pretty much, you know, corned beef, but it's been smoked a little bit. So I thought, you know, that'd be pretty good. So we're just going to rough dice this pastrami up. All right, our griddle is on a low temperature. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, about 400 degrees. Perfect for like a stir fry. If you'll see over here on my, I got these handy dandy, I'll show them to you. Handy dandy temperature guides for when to pull meat, where your dials for your griddle, a good you know, idea of where they need to be for what you're cooking. Obviously it's not an exact, because everybody's where they cook is different, you know. I'm in North Carolina right now, it's cold. I mean, it's like 20 degrees or so. And Florida, you know, might be a little hotter. Things get hotter quicker in hotter areas. Humidity plays a difference too. So again, it's a guidance, but man, gotten a lot of really good feedback on those. So be sure to check it out. You got somebody brand new to cooking, it really does help. Gonna take our cabbage. Put down, that was some bacon up. That is refined bacon grease. It's very clean, and I use it all the time. All the other oil I have is pretty much seized up because it's so cold. I love, love, love crack slaw. I was always thinking, you know, what could be good? You know, it's not going Asian with it, which is what crack slaw is. But you know, try to do some other things with it. And with St. Patty's Day coming up in March, right now it's January where I'm at, but you know, before too long it's going to be here, whether you like it or not. Man, why not do like a Reuben crack slaw? So good. We need to season up this cabbage, and it says beef, but I'm going to tell you what, heifer dust is good on a lot of things. Matter of fact, people put it on everything. I'm actually going to bring my knobs up a little bit. It's not exactly the way I want to hear it or see things cook, so I want to cut it up. I want about a medium heat. Got low, low, and medium right here in the middle. So I'm going to let this cabbage just kind of go on this zone right here. Again, for folks just getting Blackstones, beginners, you know, that's the good thing about Blackstones is the zones. Zones are the good stuff. You want over here low, you want here high, it's good. If you really want low, that's why I like the corners, the edges of a Blackstone, nice and cool over there just to keep things warm until other things are coming off. We're gonna put our corned beef down, or in this case, pastrami. I wanna get a nice little crusty on there. There is some, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's a little bit of fat still on that. That's from, they use a brisket. It depends on what they use, a brisket point or a flat. If I had my preference, I like it from a point. Has a lot more fat on it, especially when you put it onto a griddle. That fat starts releasing and starts getting crispy. But just use whatever. Looks like I missed a couple strips right there, but that's okay. Let's use our spatula. Oh man. We're gonna add some more stuff to this, y'all. Green onions, get them some Griddle Love. Griddle Love used to be my stage name back whenever, you know, I did some things. Just kidding. Griddle Love. It's my middle name though. Griddle Love. There we go, a little bit more of that bacon grease. That's a lot actually, but it'll be fine. Be fine. Our onions, as you can see, gotten a little bit of char to it. Perfect. We don't want to go too much more. Don't want any burning. The onions are really, you know, we grated the onion, and we don't want to jeopardize that anymore either. We're just trying to get some flavor. Okay. Well, now Now comes the fun part, kraut. This is in a can, and I'll tell you something. We used to buy it in a bag. Saw this America's Test Kitchen. I don't know if y'all do America's Test Kitchen or not. And they were like, you know, I never really thought about like quality of kraut. And so they did like a test sample. Well, this is what they do. We'll put a little caraway seeds. I like a little bit. My wife likes caraway seeds on hers. They did a test of sauerkraut. And what they found was the best sauerkraut was in fact not in a bag, which is some of your big time brands, it's in a bag. And what they found was the canned or a jar, in a glass jar, was better. They say the plastic, I don't know, you know how it is, but you know, plastic is not good for you, you know, that kind of thing. So anyhow, we'll put this over into our cabbage just to start letting those flavors mellow a little bit. And here we go. So yeah, they found it was the Libby's canned version. I don't think it was Bavarian. I like the Bavarian actually. It's got a little sweet to it. My wife does not. So this is just regular old silver floss kraut. All right, let's get everybody together. You ready? Everybody, one big family. One big family. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Boy, look at this. All right, we're gonna let everybody just kind of hang out. Cut everything back on low. We don't need, everything's done. Right now, we're just letting everybody just kind of hang out with one another. It's like, hey, what's up, kraut? Hey, what's up, cabbage? How you doing? Corned beef, pastrami, whatever your name is. What's up? That's all they're doing. We need some cheese now, y'all. Get our Swiss cheese. Swissy. We'll get our provolone. Not gonna do a whole lot. Now, everybody, look at that gooey. See that cheese pull? Oh, wow. Wowzers. Let's get us a bowl, because it is a Reuben bowl. Right there. Oh boy. Yes, sir. Now that's what I'm talking about right there now. Golly. You zoom into that right there? Dang, boy. Let's go over to the cutting board. Let's give it a try. We gotta church it up a little bit. Gotta church it up some. Okay. Got these green onions here. Give us a sharp knife. Just a little bit. Those Andersons over there, they looking. I want to make sure everything is looking good. Little caraway seeds, just for a little bit. Bang, bang, bang. Here we go. Whew. Last but not least, put our Reuben dressing, Russian sauce. Right over top. In here. All right, well, it's that time. Best part of the job, trying to get everything. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all? Dang, boy. You know, the good thing, or the thing that I like, this is what I like. The kraut, sometimes kraut's just kind of like, kind of puts you, just punches you right in the mouth, which is good. A sauteed cabbage, or slaw mix, whatever, kind of mellows that out. That pastrami, nice, briny, got a little bit of tidbits to it. A little hot sauce would be good in this too, by the way. Might have to do that here in a minute. Give us a try, y'all. This might be your St. Patty's Day meal, or just a weeknight meal. It went together so fast, so give it a try. Hey, I appreciate you. And there might be some bloopers after this. I'll see you. I don't think I'm missing something here. I need some mayonnaise. I got mayonnaise, no, mayonnaise is over there. I already forgot something. Like it needs to be thinned out a little bit. I need a little vinegar, but I don't have any out here. I'll be right back. Hold it down, Maggie. Hold it down, girl. Here it is. Here's the vinegar. Here's the vinegar. Whew. Gotta take a break. Take a little coffee break. A little coffee. Whew, it sure is good on a warm day. It is not warm by no means. In fact, ooh, back is freaking cold. All right. Talking to myself out here. I'm normally talking to Jacob. What are you doing, Jacob? What are you doing? What am I gonna do when the Andersons come, you know? Wow.